Welcome to High School Football Game Night, presented by Scenic Cable Network and Production. Now, here's tonight's game.
That have contributed to a successful season for the Dothan Tigers. I'm Mick Kirkle along with Cliff Nyman. Cliff, glad to have you back.
It's good to be back, man. I had to take a 1 week hiatus, but I'm back, and it's good to be here.
Dothan High won their last game, so they are now in the playoffs. Dothan right now has a 5-4 record, but in the region they're 4-1. So they're a very competitive team when it comes to the region.
Yeah, they've already clinched up that second spot and a home playoff berth, so that's a big step for Dothan High. They've hosted a playoff game 2 years in a row, so this program is certainly headed in the right direction.
And that's what you want. You want it up with swing, and we talked about it last week where both teams are in. Dothan High and Northview both are in the playoffs, along with Providence in the private schools and Northside Methodist. And depending on the outcome of the game tonight between Providence and Houston Academy, Houston Academy could possibly be in the playoffs. So it's been a good year for the City of Dothan teams as far as advancing to the next stage.
It has. I think this will be the first time in a long time. Actually, I think it's the first time ever that Dothan will have 5 teams in the playoffs bit.
So some of the key players to look out for tonight for Dothan, you can look out for Tyson Williams, number 1. He does it all. Tyson Williams has 963 yards so far this year, 107 yards per game, and he scored 14 touchdowns.
And he's also got, I think, close to 250 yards receiving, too. And so he really does it all for this team. He's a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, let's see, Williams.
He's actually got 294 receiving yards.
And 2 touchdowns, so he has a total of 16 touchdowns for the Tigers, who are going to be receiving. Jacoby McDaniel is the quarterback for the Tigers, so
good high kick.
It's taken at the 20.
It's Devoneer Martin. He's a normal return man.
Martin, and he fumbles the ball. Well, he holds on to it.
Martin returns.
He returns it to about the 37-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 38, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 38-yard line.
And we just saw the seniors out there for senior day, and Devoneer Martin is a junior, and he'll be a big guy for them next year to come back and contribute.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. McDaniel drops back, and it's complete over to DJ Dawsey for the Dothan first down.
And we've seen Dawsey emerge here later in the season. He's had some good games where they've gone to him, and he's gotten some key plays for them this year.
So the Tigers come out passing, 1st and 10 from midfield. Hand it off to Tyson Williams. He ducks and dodges, but he's going to be taken down at the line of scrimmage. And that was a tackle by number 26. And that's
Dennis Brown.
Yeah, Brown.
10th grader. So this is a relatively young Russell County team. They're kind of light on numbers too, so they're kind of going through a rebuilding phase of sorts.
They hand the ball off to number 19 for the
that's Jamek McKenzie. Haven't seen much of him this year, but you got to have all the weapons you can have when it comes playoff time, so they're trying to work some guys in. Bad snap. He just needs to get rid of it.
McDaniel keeps it, and he was able to get something positive out of what looked like it was going to be a big loss.
So that'll bring up 4th and about 4 for Dothan High. So I don't think they're going to look to punt. Pretty good field position here, about the 44-yard line.
So they're going to go for it on 4th down, 4th and 4 for the Tigers of Dothan. This is the opening drive of the game.
It's 4th and 4 from the 44. Good throw.
Pass complete over to number 7, Kedrick Blocker, and it's another Dothan first down.
And that was a really nice throw there by Jacoby McDaniel. He just stepped back and fired a good ball, and Blocker hauled it in.
So Dothan goes for it on a 4th and 4 and gets the first down and move the ball down into.
Timeout, Dothan.
Yeah, Dothan wants a timeout.
Oh, excuse me, Russell County.
Russell County wants a timeout, so they move the ball in Warrior territory. The ball is at the 30-yard line. 10-20 left in the first. No score. First and 10, the Tigers. The ball at the 30-yard line. Williams in the backfield. They hand it off to Williams. Well, they fake the handoff, and Jacoby McDaniel keeps it, and he goes inside the 25. They're going to mark him down at about the 24-yard line.
And Jacoby McDaniel needs to be aware of the fact that this is a game that basically doesn't have much meaning, so he needs to manage his hits and make sure he's healthy and good to go for the playoffs.
And one missing tonight from the Tiger lineup is the Bulldozer.
Oh, and
another
a fumble.
Bad snap. And Dothan's not doing a good job of handling the ball. That's his second miscue on this drive.
And thankfully, Baggett was in motion, and he was able to be right there where they snapped it to. So, lucky break for Dothan, even though that's their second bad snap of the game. If you remember last year, Mitt, which they haven't done too bad a job of this year, but last year they had a lot of bad snaps. So it brings up a 3rd and 14 for the Tigers of Dothan. McDaniel, he's going to keep it, and he's got some running room, and he's going to take it inside the 10 down near the 5-yard line. So 4th and 14. He gets the first down and more, so it'll be 1st and goal for the Tigers. And that was a nice job by McDaniel just to realize he had nothing open and just keep it and get the first down.
Hand the ball off to Tyson Williams, and he takes it inside the 5 down to about the 4-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal from the 4. This drive started on the Dothan 38-yard line on a good return by Debonair Martin. And they pitch it back to Williams.
And he's going to score easily.
Yeah, he takes it in from 4 yards out. So Tyson Williams, who already has 16 touchdowns this year, so make it touchdown number 17.
That's right. That's a play they've been running all year so far, Mitt, is just that option play. And sometimes McDaniel keeps it, and sometimes he pitches it. And he pitched it that time, and it was a good read.
So Dothan comes out and scores on their opening drive.
I think that was his 15th touchdown, Mitt.
Well, they said 14. He had 14. I'm thinking Cliff is 16. He had two
oh, that's right. Yeah. If you count his
rushes.
receiving, that's right. I forgot his receiving.
Yeah. So with 8:23 left in the first, Dothan goes up 7-0. So Dothan puts together a 62-yard drive, capped off with a 4-yard touchdown run by Tyson Williams to go up 7-0 as the Tigers prepare to kick off. Russell County comes into this game 0-9. So it's been a long season for them.
It has. They've had a tough couple years.
The ball is taken at the 25 and out to the 26-yard line. It's number 21, Freeman, on the return, a 1-yard return. 1st and 10 for the Warriors at the 26. Now you can talk about Dothan's defense. Tell us about the defense, Cliff.
Well, they've done a good job this year. They had some big plays in that game against Northview, and you got Nick Fields on the D-line. He's a great player, and Tyrez Lindsay in the backfield. So they got some good playmakers all along the defense.
Quick pass.
Flag back here.
Flag. And we'll see what the call is. it's probably going to be holding.
There could be an eligible receiver downfield. No, I think it's a legal substitution.
Yeah.
Illegal procedure.
Yeah, against Russell County. So the Warriors will back up 5 yards. Quarterback is Jaquan Roberts, number 4 for the Warriors. So it'll be 1st and 15 from the 20. The handoff, and nothing there. Gain of about a yard, or maybe. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 14. So the Warriors are just trying to get something going here.
Yeah, it's the defense for Dothan High has played a lot better here as of late, so it's going to be a tough day for them, more than likely.
Another handoff, and up the middle.
That's 21, Eric Freeman getting the carries there for Russell County.
Not much there, a gain of probably another yard. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 11, the ball at the 25-yard line of the Warriors. .6:57 left in the first. Dothan leads at 7-0.
Ooh,
and it's a bad snap. And they recover it on the 4-yard line.
So they'll be forced to punt on their own 4-yard line.
We'll see if Dothan try to go for a block here.
That's never fun.
So we've seen 3 bad snaps tonight, 2 from Dothan and 1 from Russell County.
That's right, it must be in the air right now.
I guess so.
Looks like they are going to try to go for it. Well, to an extent.
Boy, that one just went straight up, Cliff. Not much distance. I think it traveled further in the air than it did distance.
Yeah, that's going to be about an 18-yard punt. And I think it went about 20 yards in the air and then took a bad roll. But, hey, you know, it's better than going from your own 4. A little better.
Yeah, they lost field position on that bad snap. The snap was over the head of the quarterback. So Dothan will be starting in the red zone at the Russell County 18-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers. Mike Daniel and Williams in the backfield, and the I-man in motion.
Nice job of moving up in the pocket, feeling the pressure.
Yeah, McDaniel,
good speed.
And he takes it into the end zone from 18 yards out. So Bubba McDaniel scores on the first play after the really terrible punt.
He's getting it done on the ground tonight, making some good reads and having some good runs and looking good so far.
So Dothan puts up their 2nd touchdown of the game. Extra point up, and it's good. So Dothan goes up 14-0 with 5:52 left in the first. All right, stand by. So Dothan scores on the first play after the botched punt by Russell County.
And yeah, that was all led to by the snap over the quarterback's head on 3rd and 11. Which set Dothan High up with even better field position. And Dothan ran a thing there where they had 2 kickers on the field, which is something we haven't seen from them yet this year.
Freeman took it At about the 5 and brings it out to about the, I think they're going to mark it out at the 17.
Yeah, that's going to be the 17.
Yeah. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 17 of Russell County. It could be a long night for the Warriors tonight if they can't get something going here early, Cliff, because they've got an uphill climb.
They do.
Jaquan Roberts is the quarterback.
Another little high snap, and he's just gobbled up there. That's Nick Fields on the sack. Looks like, I believe that was number 90. Yes, it was. So nice play by Nick Fields, and that's going to be his, I believe, 9th sack of the year. Yes, 80th tackle and 9th sack. That's a nice year for a defensive lineman.
Yeah, it really is. So the center for Russell County is just going to have to snap the ball a little lower, because he's been putting it way too high for the quarterback, and they're lucky that one didn't end up like the previous drive.
And even if it doesn't go over his head or hit the ground, out of play snap messes up the rhythm of the play. So it's got to be in the zip code, you know.
Freeman in the backfield with Roberts. Another high snap. Roberts was able to pull that one down. He breaks a tackle and takes it out across the 20 to about the 23-yard line.
So they'll bring up 3rd and about a long 3, a short 4. So a chance for Russell County to pick up a first down here.
So it's been all Dothan so far. That was the biggest gain of the night for the Warriors.
The quarterback made a pretty strong play there, evaded a couple tackles and broke another one.
So it's a 3rd and 4 for the Warriors. And another bad snap. Wow. And it goes down to the 5-yard line. That is the 3rd one they've had tonight.
And at a bad time, too. Both the two worst ones have been on 3rd down and cost them dearly. So hopefully a better punt here, too.
They may want to move up under the center and take the snaps, because this could be a disaster in the making.
Yeah, it's already cost them dearly.
So they're going to be punting out of the end zone and back not very deep for Dothan. It's Martin.
Oh, and that was very close to being blocked, but a better punt.
Much better punt.
And a good roll.
It ends up at the 28-yard line. He got it about 10 yards further that time than before. The last punt was down at the 18-yard line.
And Russell County is just working now to try to get the ball across the 50.
So Dothan will be starting on the Russell County 28. Great field position.
Yeah, I think they started on the 18 last time, so they moved back 10 yards.
Yeah, they got a little 10 yards further back. They hand the ball off to Tyson Williams. And
nice cut.
He gets it outside, but he's going to be dragged down at the 25 by number 26, Dennis Brown. So Brown stops Williams after a short gain of about 3, so it brings up a 2nd and 7. Ball at the 25-yard line. They give it to Williams again, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage. I tell you, they are keying on Williams.
They are. They haven't let him get a whole lot tonight except for the one touchdown around the corner, but that was just on that option play.
And Dothan is without Deion Dozier tonight, who is a big part of the Dothan running game. He's had almost 500 yards this year. Williams has over 1,000. McDaniel, incomplete. It was intended for DJ Dawsey. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 7 for the Tigers.
So a good job by Russell County defense to get Dothan High off the field and make them try a field goal. So this will be a 49-yard attempt by number 40, Evan Hogan.
A 42.
Yeah, 42, sorry.
It's up.
Got the distance. It's good.
It's good. 42.
Very nice.
That was nice.
Very
but there's
nice.
a penalty flag.
Oh, no. 12 men on the field is going to be.
Well.
Or is he going to wave it off? If he man, this is not good officiating. If you're having to count right then, that's not good. You should already know when you threw the flag.
Well, it looked like it was 11 to me, and I counted 11.
Well, they called it. So it's going to be points off the board, try it again, which I think they should try the field goal again.
Who had 12 men on the field, Dothan or Russell County?
Dothan.
I counted 11. Well, they're going to take the penalty. So a 42-yard.
Now it's going to be a 47-yarder.
A 42-yard field goal negated on a penalty by Dothan. So they're going to move him out to the 40-yard line. This will be a 57-yarder.
Yes, it would. Wow, I didn't know that was a 10-yard penalty. It's kind of ridiculous.
They're going to just punt. Dothan decided to punt.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, and keep Russell County backed up. That time, Dothan not able to take advantage of the great field position. They scored on their first 2 possessions, a drive of 62 yards.
Low snap.
A 18-yard
nice punt,
drive.
though. Nice flight to it. Ooh, and he almost did something very bad, which was call a fair catch on his own 2-yard line.
Yeah.
But thankfully, the momentum carried him back in the end zone. But, man, that
Yeah, so
no good.
yeah. So with 2:45 left in the first, Dothan leads at 14-0. Okay, ready? So 1st and 10 from the 20 for Russell County. That time the snap was a little better, and they handed off to Freeman, and there was nothing there.
Number 98, Curtis Crowley on the tackle, so good job by him to get in there and get a good stop from the D-line. Good looking defensive end there. Good tall guy.
So it brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Warriors.
And kudos to the Russell County defense to get a punt last time. They forced a Dothan High punt.
And Dothan, they got points off the board because Dothan had kicked a 42-yard field goal.
That's right.
But the penalty nullified it. Russell County wants a timeout with 2:01 left in the first. They're trailing Dothan 14-0. 2nd and 10 for the Warriors. And
he reverses field. He's got a block. Good speed. They'll pick up a first down. That's number 1, Mike Adams Jr. on the carry, and he looked pretty good right there, Mitch. Showed some good speed.
And I think that's going to be the first down.
Yeah, that's their first down, and they earned it too.
So that was number 1, Mike Adams, and he showed some speed and some athletic ability on that run. So
he got around Tyrese Lindsey, which is not an easy thing to do.
So it brings up a 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Dothan's not playing very deep. They don't feel like there's a passing threat. But they go deep, across the middle, and it's incomplete, intended for number 6.
A nice hit there by Kassan Wall to break up the pass. He had a good read on it, laid the lick.
Stevenson was the intended receiver. So it brings up a 2nd and 10. Russell County, if you look at the sideline, how fewer players they have compared to
Dothan Highs. Yeah, they've only got probably 30 players, 35 players, probably more like 30.
2nd and 10. Quick out.
Ooh, nice.
And it's completed.
That's Adams Jr. again. He gets another first down.
Right. He bobbled the ball, but he was able to hang on to it and pick up another Russell County first down out near midfield.
And they're close to crossing the 50-yard line.
So Adams has given his Russell County offense a little spark.
And we were talking about during the break how they've only scored 65 points this year, so they're eager to score any kind of points they possibly can.
And they've given up over 400?
Yeah, 450. So tough year.
It has been. Tell you what, it takes a lot of courage of the players to get out there and play every week.
And not quit.
And not quit, right.
The fact that there's 30-something players on the team says a lot about those 30-something kids.
Right. And you have to admire those kids for getting out there and playing hard.
Absolutely, which they are. They are playing hard right now.
We're down to 55 seconds left in the first. The ball at the 45-yard line. It's 2nd and 12 for the Warriors. Roberts is the quarterback. Freeman in the backfield with him. He drops back. He's being pursued.
All kinds of pressure, and that'll be a sack there. I believe that's going to be number 91 and number 90 on it. So they'll get a half a sack each. So that's Nick Fields and Clifton Robbins. They've been in the backfield all year this year.
That was a big loss there. Back inside the 40, back to about the 38-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 20.
That'll be Fields' 9th and a half sack. I think Dothan's going to take a timeout.
Well, we've come to the end of the first
okay.
quarter. So at the end of one, the score is the Dothan Tigers 14, the Russell County Warriors 0. We'll be back with second quarter of action after this timeout. You're watching the Phoenix Sports Network. We're back to second quarter, and a long pass, and Tyrese Lindsay picks it off, and we'll see. They're going to say he was out of bounds.
And they should have gave him that. That had to be in.
Yeah, so
that had to be in.
So Russell County goes for the long bomb on the first play of the second quarter. I'm Mick Kirkle along with Cliff Nyman bringing you the action, and all the action has come from black and red tonight, Cliff.
It has. They just forced a 3-and-out there. Well, I don't think it was a 3-and-out, but it was a punt nonetheless. But man, Tyrese Lindsay had to be in right there. I wish we could replay it.
So fourth down, and maybe they'll get a good snap off. And the last two have gone over the head of the punter, and he's being chased.
He's got some room in front of him, and he's just not going to be able to pick it up.
Yeah, that's probably as good as many yards as the punts they've had tonight.
Yeah, really.
So not a bad move.
Dothan's going to start in their worst field position they've started tonight, so besides the opening kickoff.
And Dothan didn't do a very good job in their last possession. They got the ball at the 28-yard line of Russell County, and
Dothan will have the ball 1st and 10.
Couldn't get any points off of it.
No points off of it. So Dothan will be starting at the Russell County 39-yard line. They hand the ball off to Tyson Williams, and this time he kicks it outside, and he's going to be taken down at the 33-yard line.
He's had some pretty nice runs tonight. He had the one touchdown, but other than those few, they've done a pretty good job of containing him.
Williams has had more success on the outside than down the middle. 2nd and 4 for the Tigers. And McDaniel fakes the pitch and keeps it and picks up a Tiger first down.
He's done a good job running that option all year.
So the ball is at the 1st and 10 at the 23. Mike Daniel goes deep. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown, Dothan to Blocker.
And Blocker did a good job catching it, but the real hero right there was Jabek McKenzie. He picked up a great block right there, kept McDaniel from getting sacked. So a good job on him by picking up the pass rush.
So Dothan scores for the 3rd time tonight. Extra point up, and it's good. So Dothan goes ahead 21-0 with 11:06 left in the first half. So Dothan scores. They had excellent starting field position. They had a 39. They got the ball at the 39-yard line of Russell County after they turned it over on downs. And Dothan goes up 21-0. Kind of a short high kick. And the return out to the 35 by Freeman. So Russell County will be starting their best starting field position of the night. They'll be starting at the 36-yard line. So we'll see. They've shown some signs of life from Mike Adams Jr.
Yeah, he had a couple of nice carries. And, well, I think a nice reception over there. He followed it and caught it.
Jawan Roberts is the quarterback. Have trips to the right. We're going to try to spread. Well, the play clock ran out. Delay of game.
They were also lined up incorrectly.
So that will back the Warriors up 5 yards, back to the 30-yard line. So to bring up a 1st and 15. They're not going in the direction they need to be going.
No, they are not.
Quarterback keeps it, and he's hit hard, and he loses more yards.
And that was Shakimi and Robinson there, and with a nice stop in the backfield.
So loss of a couple more, so it brings up a 2nd and 17. Ball inside the 30 at about the 28-yard line. Roberts hands it off to number 21, Freeman. And he picks up a couple of yards, but not much. So it brings up a 3rd and 14 for the Warriors. 9:55 left in the first half. They're trailing the Tigers of Dothan 21-0. Dothan has scored on all of their possessions except one. They've only punted one time.
Ooh, another bad
snap. They have been plagued with bad snaps, and that's really have put them behind the chains.
Yeah, but, you know, Jaquan Roberts does a good job of falling on them. They ain't had one go against them yet.
I think that's about the 4th or 5th bad snap tonight over the head.
Yeah, those are pretty bad.
Of the quarterback.
And they're not just kind of bad. They're like way over his head.
Yeah, they need to just tell the center, don't do it high, do it low. Because he's just, I mean, it's like.
He'd probably rather have it rolled to him than be 3 feet over his head.
Yeah, so they'll have to punt. And another high punt, but not a very long punt. And it bounces back, and it bounces inside the 20-yard line, and it's going to be down at about the 16 or 17.
Looks like it's going to be the 16.
16, yeah. Wow. Their special teams have not done them any favors tonight.
They have not.
So Dothan will be starting at the Russell County 16. Pass intended for.
That was Baggett it was intended for.
Yeah, and incomplete. So to bring up a 2nd and 10. So Dothan started off slow this season, but they have come on pretty strong late in the season.
Well, they played a really tough schedule earlier in the season.
McDaniel throws the ball out.
That's Baggett.
To Baggett, and he's dropped inside the 10 at about the 7-yard line.
And that was a really athletic play by McDaniel. I think he made like 3 guys miss right there, standing in the pocket, stay in the backfield, and fire the ball out there to Baggett.
So it brings up a 3rd and 2, and I would dare to say this is 4-down territory for the Tigers. They hand the ball off to, they faked the handoff to Tyson Williams.
He got the ball took from him, I think. Yeah, it was a fumble, and Russell County got it. Yep, it's going to be Russell County football.
So Dothan commits a turnover, and Russell County recovers the fumble. A bad place to fumble down deep in your own territory.
And I think
at about the 6-yard line, Cliff.
Yeah, I think he was just kind of holding it gingerly, and the guy just took it from him.
So Dothan commits their first turnover tonight. So Russell County will be starting deep in their own territory at their own 6-yard line. That's not really good for them.
No, it's not.
Not the way the ball is being snapped. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a safety here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see it.
You know, in the game on Northview with Tompka, safety was the difference in that game.
Yeah, it was a 2-point game.
Right.
They finally did go under center mitt. They took your advice.
So nothing there. So to bring up a 2nd and 10. You know, if things are not working, you have to change up, Cliff.
You got to do something. I mean, if you can't get the ball to the quarterback, you got to make sure you can get it to him. And that's one way to make sure you get it to him.
but, you know, most teams now operate out of the shotgun. Very few teams take a snap under the center.
That's right.
It's just the way the game has changed, or should I say evolved.
That's right.
Second and 10. Ball at the 6-yard line. Roberts, high snap, but he was able to hang on to it and intercepted.
Devanir Martin.
By Martin.
He's got a chance to take it all the way, and he does.
Martin takes it
Pick
in.
6. A nice play by Devanir Martin. He read it, put a little heat on the throw, but he just stepped in the throwing lane and took it back.
So Martin gets the touchdown from about 20 yards out.
That'll bring the Tigers up. They're up 27-0.
And we talked about, you know, Russell County was in a very bad place being at the 6-yard line.
They were. And that play started off with a bad snap.
So Dothan goes up 28-0 with 6:53 left in the first half. So a pick 6 by Devanir Martin to give the Tigers their first defensive touchdown of the night. They go up 28-0. Cliff, it was a bad position for Russell County to be in. After the fumble by McDaniels, they recovered it at the 6-yard line, and you know there was not very many places they could go.
Yeah, but they're snapping woes. They were definitely in a tough position. Ooh, and Freeman
with a good return out near midfield.
And they're almost across the 50. That's their next goal.
Well, it kind of reminds you of the Alabama-LSU championship game. You know, Alabama kept them. When they got to the 50-yard line, Brent Musburger said, wow, they made it across the 50.
Yeah,
like a touchdown. Alabama won that game 22-0, but a big match coming up in a couple of weeks between Alabama and LSU.
Yeah, that'll be a big one.
So they start on their own 45-yard line, Russell County. And Freeman, they just keep handing him the ball. And like I said, those guys playing with a lot of gut and courage.
They are. Especially Freeman. He's done most of the work tonight. Him and Adams Jr. have touched the ball more than anybody, I believe.
So a gain of 1, so it brings up a 2nd and 9. They give it to Freeman again, and he shoots through the line and moves the ball forward and the power forward across the 50. So they get the ball on the Dothan side of the field for the first time tonight. Ball spotted at the 49-yard line of Dothan. It brings up a 3rd and 4 for the Warriors.
And Mitt, looking ahead, 2 weeks ahead, you got Northridge High School coming in here for the first round of the playoffs to play Dothan. That's going to be a pretty good matchup, I believe.
3rd and 5, and another high snap. And it threw off the time, and he was trying to hit Francisco Santana on the crossing route, and it's incomplete. So it brings up a 4th down, and what would you do? If I was them, I would go for it.
I think you got to.
Yeah.
They are across the 50, though. Not by much.
Yeah.
But they are across.
5:22 left in the first half. Dothan leads at 28-0 over the Russell County Warriors. Roberts, and it's complete to number 1, Adams.
Mike Adams Jr.
And it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 41.
And also, you got Northview's going to travel to play Hillcrest Tuscaloosa. So those will be good to see both those teams in the playoffs in the same year.
Yeah, it is. It says a lot about how the programs have progressed.
Certainly.
And we just hope they continue to get better. High snap. He goes deep.
He's got
great adjustment.
Oh,
wow.
Man.
Wow, but a great defensive breakup that time by number 11 for the Dothan Tigers. That's England.
Yep, Latrell England.
But I was very impressed with Mike Adams adjusting to the ball.
I was too. He found it in the air and did what he needed to do, but England just made a good play.
So it brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Warriors. They're trailing by 28 points.
First time across the 50-yard line tonight.
They're inside the 45 at the 41. And a whistle.
So it'll probably be 2nd and 15.
Yeah. Procedure call against Russell County. So the flag will back them up 5 yards.
Illegal procedure against the Warriors.
To the 46-yard line. 4:40 left in the half. Dothan wins tonight, they will be 6-4, and they lost most of their games early in the season.
Yeah, they started out 0-3, and they played 3 really good teams.
Pass is complete.
Whoa!
That was
Lindsey on the stick. Oh, he kind of retaliates there. That should have been a flag. But, man, he showed power right there.
But you know what? He did it clean.
He did. That was a good
He did
good
not
tackle.
try to body slam him or anything like that. He just used his power and knocked him down.
And that'll be good for his highlight tape right there.
Yes. So it brings up a 3rd and 4 for the Warriors. The deepest penetration of the night. The ball at the 35-yard line of Dothan. And this is definitely 4-down territory for them.
They still just having high snaps.
And those high snaps are killing them.
They are.
And on that tackle was number 5.
Yeah,
Ryle.
Josh Ryle, yeah, he was one of many. So we'll probably see him go for it here unless they just want to start working on the punting game a little more.
I think they're going to try to get Adams in on this. They've had some success with him.
They have. I think somebody took a timeout.
Yeah, so
Dothan did.
Yeah, timeout on the field with 3:21 left in the first half. Dothan leads Russell County 28-0.
1975.
4th and 9 for the Warriors. And they're going to go for it on 4th down. Another kind of high snap, but he was able to control it.
And he'll just be wrestled down. That's number 94 and 91, Elijah Lynn and Clifton Robbins on the sack to get the Dothan High defense off the field.
So Russell County turns it over on downs.
So Dothan will have 3 minutes to try and get another touchdown on the board before halftime. 28-0 at this point.
This is senior night for the Dothan Tigers, their last regular season home game. They will be hosting a playoff game in a couple of weeks. And the ball off to Tyson Williams, and he spins, turns, and drives forward across the 45 to about the 47-yard line.
Tyson Williams is the ball carrier.
Gain of about 5. It brings up a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
They give it to Williams again.
He's got some space, too.
And he breaks a tackle, a couple of tackles.
There's a flag back on the 50-yard line, and it's in the area of holding, but I'm not sure if it is. I thought I might have maybe seen a face mask get grabbed somewhere along the line. It is holding, though.
Holding against Dothan, and that one will come back.
So it'll make it about 2nd and 12, looks like.
Instead of it being a first down, it's a 2nd and long. They give it to Williams again, and he gets it outside, and he's going to be tackled after a short gain. Good pursuit that time by the Russell County defense.
It was. They've done a pretty good job all night long at keeping Tyson Williams in check.
They haven't kept anything else in check.
No, nothing else. Nothing else.
I guess they're keying on Tyson. But he does have 1 touchdown.
He does
tonight.
have he's got a few nice runs, but for what he usually does.
Quick out to Williams, and he's going to be dropped just shy of right at the line of scrimmage, and it brings up a 4th down. 1:42 left in the half. And we'll see if Dothan punts or they're going to go for it.
Might as
4th
well.
and 10.
So it'll be 4th and 5.
Yeah, they drew the Warriors offside.
The Warriors will be penalized for
So it brings up a 4th and manageable. 4th and 5. Ball at the 47-yard line of Dothan. And they do it again and get a first down just
I think that's
by a
the
hard count.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen that back to back. Very effective.
Yes.
Still not a first down though, is it? No. It's not.
No, it's going to be.
Oh, it is though. It is.
Well, yeah, it should, but yeah, it's a first down.
Yeah, I was going to say. I mean, it was going to be close.
First and 10 at the Warrior 48.
They got to wait for the down markers to get set. Bubba McDaniels is the quarterback for the Tigers. They give it to Tyson Williams. There's a big hole.
There is a big hole.
And he goes to the outside, and he picks up another Dothan first down.
He's starting to get loose a little bit.
Yeah, playmakers, sometimes it takes them a little time to get going, but once they get going, it's just hard to stop.
That's right, and he's definitely a playmaker.
58 seconds left in the half. He goes.
A pretty nice
deep.
throw. Oh, what a catch! No!
Wow.
Man, I wish he'd have caught that. That would have been unbelievable.
Blocker couldn't hang on to it.
Man,
Incomplete pass.
Great effort.
I'm sure he's wishing he'd have caught it too.
Keytrick blocker. So it's a 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. They give it to Williams, and he cuts back to the inside, and he takes it down to the 20-yard line. Another Dothan first down.
Tyson Williams, the ball carrier.
Another flag. There's a flag, so that one's going to be coming back.
You just want to see Dothan High come out and have a clean drive here. You know, it's playoff time, and you got to start working on stuff and getting better at stuff. Dothan High still just not looking real efficient.
Right. You have to have your head in the game all the time, regardless of who you're playing. You want to play to get better.
Exactly. The old adage goes, you get better at playing football by playing football. And here's your chance to play football. Don't waste it down.
Drops back. He's being chased, and it's complete over to number 8, Baggett.
He put some mustard on that one. He wound up and gave it all he had.
So it'll bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Tigers. Baggett was able to get out of bounds to stop the clock. And Russell County wants a timeout. So with 24 seconds left in the half, Dothan leads it 28-0 over Russell County. 3rd and 3 for the Tigers. Trying to keep this drive alive and trying to put some more points. They're trying to put some more points on the board before halftime. McDaniels got all day.
He's got a man wide open.
Wide open.
Go walk in.
It's number 8, Kobe Baggett for the touchdown.
And his man just fell down. And
That was from
he was
about
wide open, boy.
30-yard TD pass from McDaniel to Baggett. You're right, Cliff. He was wide open. Somebody left the barn door open.
Yeah, he just fell down. He just fell down.
Yeah. So Dothan gets another score before halftime. Extra point up, and it's good. So Dothan goes up 35-0 with 16 seconds left in the half. So Dothan scores on a 30-yard pass from McDaniels to Baggett. Extra point was good. And Dothan goes up 35-0. Hogan with the kick.
Ooh, Mike Adams Jr. getting his knees took out.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's been the one shining star tonight for Russell County.
Yeah, he's a good player.
So Russell County will be starting on their own 45. That's where they started their last drive. But wound up turning the ball over on downs. They have 10 seconds to do something with. I think they'll probably try to get the ball in Adams' hands.
Oh, just hand it off to Freeman.
They give it to Freeman, and he dives forward for a couple of yards, and that's going to be the end of the first half. So we've come to the end of one half. And the score is the Dothan Tigers 35, the Russell County Warriors nothing. We'll be back with halftime activities after this timeout. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, we would like to recognize our senior athletes and cheerleaders. Kason Wall, supported by Samantha Wall. Jawan Moore, supported by Alexis Moore. Josh Ryle, supported by Gretchen Ryle and Josh Jones. Twan Williams, supported by Katrina Thomas and King Thomas. Keetrick Blocker, supported by Keith Cooper. Kobe Baggett, supported by Daniel Bell, Yolanda and Alacia Bell. Latrell Anglin, supported by Bernard Anglin and Marie Dozier. Tyrez Lindsay, supported by Tamaria Lindsay and Tyrone Lindsay. Davion Hayes, supported by Shay Hayes and Daniel Dean. Michael Bryant, supported by Precia Bryant. Shamel Hagler, supported by Katrina Hagler and Albert Hagler. Dion Dozier, supported by Samantha Fluellen and Christopher Dozier. Blake Hutto, supported by JJ and Natalie Hutto. Bobby Slater, supported by Brenda Slater. Evan Hogan, supported by Scott Hogan and April Hogan. Ray Fields, supported by Sonia Kirkland. Gazette Thompson, supported by Gazette Thompson Jr. D.P. Casher, supported by Lee Casher and Paula Casher. C.J. Harper, supported by Patsy Brantley. Chris Dale, supported by Ann Williams and Portia Patterson. Peyton Lance Pickett, supported by Steve and Joan Pickett. Javion Leak, supported by William Jones and George Lee Jones. Tavoris Butler, supported by Chandra Dixon and Kenneth Calloway. Shanye Reams, supported by April Phillips. Nick Fields, supported by Nick Fields and Tavasha Fields. Brandon Ward, supported by Brandy Clark and Thaddeus Ward. Manny Johnson, supported by Mark Green and Sonia Green. David Crowley, supported by Desiree Lewis and Denise Griggs. Curtis Crowley, supported by Edith Thomas. Caleb French, supported by Tika French. Football manager and also ROTC squad leader, Deshaun Jones, supported by Alicia Bryant. Senior cheerleaders, Lindsay Borden, supported by Michelle, Ronnie, and Diane Borden. Catherine Melee, supported by Brett, Donna, and Garrett Heisler. Ellie Nichols, supported by Sam and Ellen Nichols. And Sam Mayo, supported by Levon and Kathy Osley, also Jeff Mayo. Senior band members. Ariel Baum, also Delta Company First Sergeant in the ROTC. She is supported by Sharonda and Bradford Baum Jr. Zakiria Blackman, supported by Tanish Blackman. Cole Brooks, supported by Shelley and Mike Brooks. Tykia Brooks, supported by Lakeisha Lane and Greg Scott. Kirian Buton, supported by Kamisha McGahee and Thaddeus Buton. Daniela Calderon, supported by Louise Calderon and Olga Fuentes. Kiera Carey, supported by Keisha and Jeffrey Saffo. Tatiana Cunningham, supported by Natasha Harrison. Shanisha Doster, supported by Katina and Leon Doster. Madison Dupriest, supported by Megan and Jason Dupriest. Jatiah Farrell, supported by Roy Farrell and Ebony Neal. Kristen Miller, supported by Lori and Corley Furr. Andrea Nave, supported by Joni Riggs and Ben Nave. Charisma Rhymes, supported by Melissa Lee and Johnny Rhymes. Jessica Springfield, supported by Regina and Edward Bogart. Joni Tilley, supported by Leah Ingram and Bruce Ingram. Lindsay Tucker, also Alpha Company Commander in ROTC. She is supported by Sandra Benton and Steve Tucker. Deandra Walker, supported by Ray Walker and Marcia Oates. Paige Watson, supported by Jim and Kim Watson and grandfather Ron Parrish. And Tatiana Wright, supported by Denise Adar and Clifford Harold Wright. Introduce the senior ROTC members. Kiera Allen, Echo Company First Platoon Leader, supported by Tracy Brannon and Norman Whiter. Carice Blackman, Echo Company Second Platoon Leader, supported by Stephen Williams. Louis Garces, Battalion Executive Officer, supported by Mara Allen. Jemiah Kelly, Squad Leader. Destiny Mackey, Squad Leader, supported by Libra Bradley and stepdad Gregory Bradley. Zach Morrison, Foxtrot Company First Sergeant, supported by Beth Miller. Matt Sauer, Battalion Commander, supported by Kelly Sauer. Deja Smith, Echo Company First Sergeant, supported by Sharon Melton. DeQuanche Rogers, Bravo Company Executive Officer, supported by Deidre Fleming. Samuel Thompson, Squad Leader, supported by Amanda Thompson. Ashley Walker, Battalion Security Officer, supported by Melissa and Abdul Cole. Anaya Wheeler, Bravo Company Commander, supported by Billy Wheeler. Chandrika Williams, Squad Leader, supported by Wayne White. And Dante Wilson, supported by Tanish Briggs.
Hello. Hello and welcome back to Rip Hughes Stadium. We're at Wildfield tonight where the Dothan Tigers are hosting the Warriors of Russell County. I'm Mick Kirkland along with Cliff Nauman. And Cliff, that first half was Dothan.
It was, and Russell County, like we've said all game, they've had a tough year this year, and they're really just, just out here building and trying to find some positives, but it was tough to find a whole lot of positives in that first half for them because it was just a tough one.
Well, and Dothan has been able to move the ball, but field position has been so important in this game, and Dothan has had field position all night because of many of the miscues by the Russell County special teams, and they have just had problems all night with the center snapping the ball over the quarterback's head.
Yeah, definitely a lot of miscues.
So Dothan kicks off, and it goes to
Adam Jr.
And
he's got a hole.
He's been a bright spot tonight.
He has been one of the positives.
And he returns the ball out to about the 38-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
1st and 10 at the 38.
Russell County is led by Jaquan Roberts.
We're seeing Dothan go with a lot of second-string guys on defense right here, which is a good sign. We talked about that during halftime and hoped they would. Aaron snap.
They give it to Citizen, and he's going to be taken down by big number 91 for the Tigers, Clifton Robbins.
And that was an old tabletop there. It looked like they had a guy laying down on all fours and drove him over him.
So no gain on the play, so it brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Warriors. They're scoreless tonight, trailing the Dothan Tigers 35-0. Pass incomplete. I think he was trying to get it over to Adams, and they were not on the same page.
No, just kind of threw it behind him.
So it brings up a 3rd and 10. Talking about the subs I see in the game is number 24, Davion Hayes, who played offense last year, but they've moved him over to defense this year.
That's your kinfolk, right?
Oh, yeah. And incomplete. So we'll bring up a 4th down, and we'll see if they try to punt it or just go for it on 4th down. The way they punted it, I think they may be better off, Cliff, just trying to get what they can on 4th.
Yeah, they've had some tough punts. It looks like they're going to give it another go. Devoneer Martin back to receive the punt if it makes it to him.
Punting is going to be Mike Adams.
Best snap of the night.
And
hit a guy on the back.
Yep, and so Dothan will be taking over at their own 46-yard line.
That punt had some potential to roll a little further, but it hung up on his back there.
So it's been all Dothan tonight, and they've blown a couple of scoring opportunities. Cliff, you remember they had a field goal taken off the board because of too many men on the field. It was a 42-yarder.
Yeah, and then they had another fumble down by the goal line.
A new quarterback into the game for the Tigers. That's number 13 for the Tigers, Stephen Tellis.
And this will be, I think, this is my first time seeing him this year.
He's a 10th grader.
They got McDaniel back next year, so he'll probably have to wait one more year to get on the field.
We have Henderson in the game, number 18 for the Tigers. And they hand the ball off to number 19, McKenzie, and he picks up a couple of yards. He played earlier in the game.
Yeah, I think we're seeing some more of him because of the absence of Deion Dozier,
who was out with the seniors before the game. He had a knee brace on his right knee, so we don't know the extent of his injury. He hasn't played tonight, but he's definitely been a potent part of the Tiger offense.
His whole career, he's had a good career here at Dothan. Whoa, look at this.
Good athleticism.
Tullis.
By Tullis. Wow, he made something out of nothing.
Looked pretty good. Got some elusiveness there. He's a really small guy.
So it's going to bring up a 4th and short.
They'll punt, looks like. They'll bring on number 33, Blake Hutto, to give it a punt. Usually they let Kobe Baggett do the punting, but a little change in pace here. Good snap, good hold, and a really good punt.
Really good punt. And it's taken, and he fumbles it.
And he grabs it, but still.
Wow.
Shaky little play there.
Yeah, that was Adams on the punt return, and he fumbled it, but he was able to get back on the ball. So Dothan punts on their first possession of the second half. So Russell County will be starting deep in their own territory as they have most of the night, their own 12-yard line. But they had pretty good field position a couple of times earlier. Cliff out near the 45 a couple of times, but have not been able to capitalize on the field position. There's a flag on the field. It's going to be against Dothan.
What'd they say it was? I wasn't looking. Offsides.
Offside on Dothan, so we'll be a 1st and 5. They give it again to number 21, Freeman, who's been working hard tonight.
He's been their feature back.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to get very many yards, but this kid is out there trying.
He is. They all are.
And that's what I want to say about this Russell County team. They're out there trying. And, you know, they haven't just packed it in and said, we give up.
No, they're out there trying to get better.
So you have to respect those kids for getting out there and playing hard. And another bad snap, and I think this time it's going to be a safety.
It is.
If they say it was, no, it wasn't.
They threw him a bone.
Yeah.
He's going to be down on the 1-inch line, though. And he keeps his perfect record for recovering bad snaps. He still hasn't let one go to the other team.
Right.
I think he's like 5 for 5.
He's probably had a lot of practice at it.
It looks like he has.
From the looks of things.
Running for his life.
So it's a 4th and 3. And really, they should probably better off just taking a knee in the end zone and going for a safety.
Calling it what it is. Well, they went a quarterback sneak.
Yeah, so it's going to bring up a 4th down, and the ball at about the 1.5-yard line. It's going to be marked just shy of the 2. Yeah, about the 1.5. 4th down. And sometimes a safety is not a bad play.
Well, compared to a touchdown.
Yes.
You'll see that happen a lot of times. If the guy's getting pressured, he'll just kick it out of the back of the end zone.
And he gets it out of the end zone, and Martin picks it up at the 35.
He's got a lot of room. He's going to run that back hit.
Yeah, he should go all the way. And he's knocked out of bounds at the 1 or 2 yard line. A 34-yard return, punt return by Debonair Martin. He's knocked out at the 1 yard line. So a great defensive play preventing Martin from taking it into the end zone. So Dothan will have 1st and goal at the 1.
They could have just done another quarterback sneak bit and it would have been the same thing.
Yeah.
So they're lined up in the pistol power I formation type thing. And they give it to number 48. He gets ahead.
He takes it into the end zone for the. Did they say he stopped short of?
They did say he was stopped.
Whoa, looked like he got into the end zone.
It was certainly close.
Number 48 is DP Casher.
Senior running back.
Yeah. I think they'll give it to him again.
They order. Oh,
well,
man.
Boy, he had that one.
Russell County called a timeout.
So with timeout on the field, with 6:04 left in the 3rd, the Tigers of Dothan lead the Warriors of Russell County 35-0. 2nd and goal for the Tigers. Tellis in at quarterback. In the backfield is Casher and McKenzie. And a bad snap. Dothan's going the wrong way.
Yeah, it looks like it just kind of surprised him there a little bit.
So Dothan loses yardage, and they're back outside the 6-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 7. 3rd and goal for the Tigers. And another flag. It's against Dothan, a procedure call.
Dothan still aren't looking efficient tonight, bit. They're up 35-0. I see all that, but still, they haven't played what I would call a real good football game.
Right. So the ball will be moved out to about the 13-yard line. It was 1st and goal at the 1 after the punt return by Martin.
Whoa, that was crazy. Wow, so they've effectively lost 25 yards.
Yep. They're going in the wrong direction. They were at the 1 yard line, and now it's a 4th down, and the ball's at the 26 yard line. So they've lost 25 yards.
So they're going to try a 43-yard field goal, 44-yard field goal.
Yeah, this would be a 44-yard attempt.
And he made one earlier that got took off the board, but it had the distance.
By Hogan.
And it's up, and it looks good. Oh. Wide right.
Oh, yeah, it hooked right, wide right.
It had the distance. It had good flight, though.
Yeah. So Dothan comes up empty on a missed field goal and a missed opportunity to put some points on the board. So with 4:41 left in the 3rd, Dothan still leads at 35-0. They got the sub. So Russell County will be starting on their own 20-yard line. And a high snap, but the
And
quarterback was
improvise
able
there.
to control it. I tell you what, Roberts is kind of good. His jumping legs worked out tonight. I think just about every series he's had a couple of high snaps.
He's getting some work back there, trying to field those snaps, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, he would probably be a good person to put on front line on an attempted onside kick because he's shown good hands and the ability to recover the ball. So it's a 2nd and 7.
Freeman with the carry again. So we
Yeah.
have about 3rd and 4.
So a pretty good gain that time by Freeman. Ball at the 27-yard line. Dothan has led the entire game, as you can see. They scored 35-0. They scored first in the first on a 4-yard run by Tyson with 8:23 left in the first to make it 7-0.
And they just handed it off again. Didn't get much.
Dothan's second score came with 5:52 left in the first on an 18-yard run by McDaniel on the option, make it 14-0. They led 14-0 at the end of one. Next score came with 11:06 left in the second on a 23-yard TD run by McDaniels to make it 21-0. Then Dothan intercepted a pass for a touchdown. Martin intercepted one for the touchdown to make it 28-0. And Dothan next score came with a 30-yard TD pass for McDaniels to Baggett with 1:16 left in the half, and they led it 35-0 as they lead now. He's going in the wrong direction. And a big loss. That time Adams, he did more running lateral than he did vertical.
Yeah, he was just trying to make something happen there, but couldn't.
So Russell County turns the ball over on downs, and Dothan will get the ball at the 5-yard line of Russell County. So we'll see if they can take advantage of field position this time.
Looks like we got number 18, Deontay Henderson, in at running back. He's a big kid, 9th grader.
They give it to Henderson, and he's hit hard at the 5. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The ball at the 6-yard line. Quarterback keeps it and rolls forward. Stephen Tellis is a 10th grader. Coming into the game for the Tigers is number 19, McKenzie. Leaving is number 18, Henderson. Dothan in the eye. Tellis drops back. He rolls. Goes for the end zone. Oh, wow. The ball is tipped and almost into the hand of a Dothan player.
So we'll see Dothan try to kick a field goal here. You know, it's been 0-0 since halftime.
Yeah, that was number 86. Cody Clark almost getting that one. So it brings up a 4th and 7. So Hogan will get another chance at it. And a penalty. And it's a procedure call against Dothan.
A lot of red zone penalties tonight for Dothan, which is never, ever good.
Well, you have a lot of subs in there. And you know, the timing is such a big part of football.
One of the biggest parts of it.
So, well, Hogan will be kicking it from the 19, so this will be a 29-yard attempt. No wind.
None.
It's calm. Up. That was good.
Looks good.
So the Tigers get a 29-yard field goal from Hogan. And they go up 38-0 with 1:08 left in the third. Hogan knocks one in from 29 yards out. Dothan adds 3 more points to their total and make it 38-0. Just over 1 minute left in the third. It's been a long night for the Russell County Warriors, and it's going to be a long ride night. A long ride back to up 431.
It is.
Kick, takes a hop, and
Devonier Martin on the tackle. He's been a special teams phenom tonight.
Adams didn't have a chance on that one. So Martin with an interception and a big play there. Had a 34-yard interception and take it to the 1 yard line, and miscues and penalties cost Dothan that score, and they came up empty on that possession after the interception. 1st and 10 from the 26.
Mike Adams Jr. around the corner. Kind of around the corner.
Dothan showing good sportsmanship.
Yeah, you'd hate to see somebody hit somebody laid out of bounds, especially after the game's pretty much already been decided. You don't want to see any bad blood.
Yeah, that was Slater. He just ran him out of bounds.
Yeah,
and just
nothing extracurricular about it.
Right. A loss of 3, so it brings up a 2nd and 13. Under 30 seconds left in the third. They move the pile forward for a couple of yards. Well, they're going to say nothing. No gain on the play, so it brings up a 3rd and 10. It was the 3rd and 13. So we've come to the end of 3 in the scores. The Dothan Tigers 38, the Russell County Warriors nothing. We'll be back with the 4th quarter of action after this timeout. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Hello and welcome back to Refuge Stadium at Wildfield tonight, where the Dothan Tigers are hosting the Warriors of Russell County. I'm Mick Kirkland along with Cliff Nyman, and it's been all Dothan. They're leading 38-0 over Russell County.
Yeah, it's been a tough season for Russell County, and that's a tough play there. Ooh.
Wow, yeah, he just had to do something. He was in hot pursuit, and quarterback is down. Roberts is down. He's at about the 18-yard line. We hope he's okay. 11:49 left in the fourth. Dothan leads it 38-0. Okay, I think Roberts was okay. He was able to walk off the field. We'll see who they bring in as quarterback. Well, it's 4th down. Back to punt is Mike Adams.
And I don't know if you knew this. Well, I think there's a penalty.
And yeah, that's a flag.
It was on them. I think they got lined up incorrectly or something. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Russell County won the national championship in baseball in 2005.
Really?
Yeah, they're perennially the best team in the state in baseball. So,
well, you know, you can't be good in everything.
No. So, I was going to say, if you're feeling sorry for them, they'll be dishing out some butt whoopings themselves in baseball.
They're going to go for it.
Oh.
And incomplete. That was the number 26 breaking it up for the Tigers, Ty White. So Russell County turned it over on downs. Dothan has basically been playing almost the entire second half without the starters. So Dothan will be starting at the Russell County 21-yard line. First and 10. They give the ball to McKenzie, and he drives forward for a couple of yards and takes it down to about the 18. So gain of 4. It brings up a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
McKenzie again, and he moves forward for a couple of more yards.
He hasn't looked bad tonight, mid. I think if Dozier hasn't missed an extended period of time, he'll fill in pretty nicely for him.
Yeah, he's a 10th grader.
Yeah, he's staying in behind the blocks and just getting what he can, not trying to get anything too spectacular.
Casher in the backfield with McKenzie and Tellis. They give it to McKenzie. He goes to the outside, and he's going to be dropped at about the 10, so it should be enough. It is enough for a Dothan first down. First and 10, and Dothan can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. Tellis is the quarterback. Gives it to McKenzie. He goes up the middle.
Rugby scrum.
Yeah. And they're still at it. I don't think McKenzie didn't want to go down.
No, he kept them feet moving.
He said the whole team's going to have to take me down. I'm not going down.
He's working hard.
So it's a 2nd and 8 for the Tigers. Henderson in. They give Henderson the ball, and he takes it inside the 5.
I think Henderson's been having some hard time getting the rhythm of the offense. It seems like the handoff's been a little shaky between him and Tullis. But he's a freshman. He's going to have some time to work on it.
Casher and Henderson in the backfield with Tellis. They give it to Henderson, and he tries to go outside, but there were about 5 white jerseys waiting on him. So it brings up a 4th and 5.
Henderson is the back carrier. Accompanied by Clyde Wicks.
So another field goal attempt by the Tigers.
Yeah, it's been a 6-0, well, a 3-0 game pending this field goal since halftime.
This would be a 23-yard attempt.
He made it.
And it's good. So Hogan knocks in his second field goal of the night. That one's 23 yards. And Dothan go up 41-0 with 8:08 left in the game. You can mess around if you want to. And we're getting ready to kick off after the 23-yard field goal by Hogan. That's his second of the night, and he's scored all 6 points for the Tigers in the second half. He had a 29-yarder with 1:09 left in the third, and that one was for 23 yards. He had a 42-yarder called back.
And I like the idea of getting the kicker some work right before the playoffs. Got to have him.
And the ball bounces off the hands of Harper and goes out of bounds at the 6. So Russell County still backed up deep in their own territory.
8:05 to go.
I guess they just probably ready to get this one over, Cliff.
I'd imagine they are.
First and 10 from the 6. Have a new quarterback in there, and that's number 6, Keyshawn Stevenson. Roberts was injured earlier. A gain of 3, so it brings up a 2nd and 7 for the Warriors. The ball at the 9-yard line. It's brought out to about the 12. It's number 32, Omar Thomas. So it brings up a 3rd and about 5. Under 7 minutes. Dothan leads at 41-0. They led 35-0 at halftime, and they've added 2 field goals here in the second half, which stretched that lead out to 41.
New running back in. Number 32.
Yeah, not much there. That was Thomas again.
Omar Thomas. Get in on the action.
4th down. We'll see if they punt. I think they will. Back deep for Dothan on the punt is number 20, Devonair Martin. He had a return of 34 yards earlier. And he fakes the punt.
He got it too. Oh, I don't know. It's going to be really close.
It's going to be very close.
I think according to the spot at the top of the screen, he did get it.
First down, Russell County.
Mike Adams Jr.
One of the few first downs they've made tonight. So they keep the ball and keeps the clock ticking.
First and 10 at the 17.
So
Getting down to about 5 minutes.
Yeah, 1st and 10 at the 17. Well, we have a flag. And the ball moves back 5 yards. So it'll be 1st and 15 instead of 1st and 10. They fumble the ball, but pick it up. And advance it across the 15. To about where they're going to spot it on the 15. So we'll bring up a 2nd and 12. We're under 5 minutes left. Stevenson. He goes deep.
Got a
He
man.
got the man open. And it's caught.
Nice catch there, Mike Adams Jr. once again.
And a great throw that time from Stevenson.
It was very nice.
Keyshawn Stevenson with that long bomb.
Right on the money.
The biggest gain of the night for the Russell County Warriors.
Very nice.
So the ball will be spotted at the Dothan 47-yard line. There was good coverage on that pass too, Cliff.
Oh yeah, it was. It was good. It was just a perfect throw and perfect catch.
First and 10. 4 minutes left. And Adams is hit at about the line of scrimmage.
I know he's going to be sore when he gets home tonight.
Oh, yeah.
He's been
definitely after that bus ride.
He's been doing a lot.
So it brings up a 2nd and 9. Keyshawn Stevenson is the quarterback. After Roberts left the game with an injury. There was nowhere to go. And on that tackle was number 34 for the Tigers. And is that number 88? 34 is Stephen Reynolds, and 88 is Darius Stovall. Brings up a 3rd and 10.
Another weird snap. He keeps it. He got some room.
Good running room and another first down. I tell you what, Stevenson is giving this Russell County team a little spark here.
He is. He's looking pretty good, making some quick decisions.
Right. He
making athletic plays.
And he had that long pass to move him into Dothan territory.
He's definitely leading the team in passing yards tonight.
Yeah. So the ball, this is probably the deepest penetration of the game for the Warriors. They're
Definitely.
inside the 35 at the 34-yard line.
It's definitely close to it.
Thomas in the backfield with Stevenson, and another flag. No, it's not a flag, it's a timeout. So with 1:45 left in the game, Russell County trails Dothan 41-0. First and 10. Ball at the 33-yard line of Dothan. Stevenson's done a good job here in the second half.
He has.
And it's complete.
Adams.
And Adams is And somehow he
Picks up
moves
some
forward.
yards. He's got a lot of energy, man. It's crazy how the motor these kids have.
1:25 left. Russell County just trying to get on the scoreboard. With this win, Dothan will be 6-4, and they will be 5-1 in region.
That's correct.
They've already secured a playoff spot.
6-1.
6-1, you're right.
So a sack there. That's number 92, Aquarius Smith, a junior. And Dothan will move on to host Northridge High School out of Tuscaloosa in the first round of the playoffs. I believe they're 7-3, so they're a good team.
And like we talked about, Dothan lost their games early. They
did. They played a tough schedule early on. You had Navarre, and they were probably the best team I've seen all year. And Smith Station, they're a playoff team, and Enterprise.
Yeah, Smith Station is 7A.
Yeah, and both those teams are 7A. So they played a tough schedule. And Park Crossing, they're the region champs. So yeah, they've had some a tough schedule this year.
Incomplete.
But they'll have a good chance to win that playoff game and advance and see if they can make a run at the whole thing. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, this will probably be the last play of the game. We're down to 9 seconds. 4th down. For the 4th and 14 for Russell County. This is it. They go deep.
And there's nobody except Dothan High people.
And it's intercepted by number 35 of Dothan, and that is DJ Marshall. Gets the interception.
And that's also the game.
So Dothan wins it very easily, 41-0. They led 35-0 at halftime, and second half they pretty much cleared the bench to let everybody see some action. They were able to put up 6 more points on 2 field goals by Hogan's, a 29-yarder and a 23-yarder. So that wraps up the regular season for the Dothan Tigers. They will be advancing to the playoffs. They will be hosting a playoff game here in Dothan on November 6th. So, Cliff, it's been fun this year.
It has. We got one more game next week, Northview Charles Henderson, so that'll be our finale.
Yeah, so on behalf of our cameraman tonight, Slick Willie Elder, my co-host tonight, Cliff Nyman, this is Mick Kirkland saying good night, and the Tigers win it 41-0, and we'll see you next time on the Scenic Sports Network.
You've been watching High School Football Game Night, presented by Scenic Cable Network and Productions. Join us again next time.